So in the last session, we had discussed about strings, functions, and methods. We have discussed about the single line string, multi-line strings, escape sequences. Then we have discussed about formatting, how we can format, indexing, slicing, then concatenation, like joining the strings together, repetition, comparison of strings, membership operator, checking if any element is present in the string or not. Okay, this is formatting. Then we have discussed about the length function, uppercase, lowercase, title, strip for removing the spaces, then split for splitting the string into multiple parts, separating like replacing, replacing the characters, capitalize, case fold, and count. Is it clear this much? Any questions from your study session?
We're clear, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. Now we can move forward with some more features, some more functions from the strings. Then we have center. So center is mainly for putting the string in the center. Let's say we have this string, let's say test, or let's say name equal John. So here we can put this string into center by using string name dot center. And in the center, we have to give two parameters. First parameter is like number of characters. So we can put 20 here. And let's say how we have to bring in center. Then we can put here, let's say star sign. So let me run this one first. See, you can see now John is in the middle of this star. Now these star are not 20. These are overall 20, which means here we have this 8 stars, here we have this 8 star, and here we have this 4-letter John, which is overall 20. So here you can see we have put the John in the center. In the place of star, you can also put a space. You can also put a P or any character. Let's say P here. If I run this again, you will notice P is all around John, left side and right side. And John is in the middle. So we can put any character. Okay, like let's say dollar. And we can run here. So we have dollar all around John. In place of 20, we can put here 30 as well. And we can run this. It is eventually bringing your string into a center by adding equal characters left side and right side. That is how center works. Okay, like bringing the string into center. Then we have count, which is like how many characters we can count. Like we have Python, so how many Pythons are there inside the string that we have discussed. Then we have this ends with, which is like we can check. Let's say we have name equal John. Now we can check if any string ends with a given character or not. For example, I want to check print this name dot ends with. Now we can check if the John, which is name, ends with N or not. So I can check N here. Okay. So let me comment. So you can see we have true here. Why true? Because my John, this John, string is ending with N here. And here you can see N here. So if I check here for, let's say A here. Now we are checking if the John ends with A or not. So answer will be false. Because John is ending with N, not A. Even we can check for the HN. Now the John is ending with H or N or not. Yeah, HN is there. So this will written true here. So here we are checking if a particular string ending with any particular given character or not. For example, this is my given character. I'm checking if this given character is ending with my string or not. If it is, then it will return true, otherwise false. Let's see we have a dot here at the end. Okay. Now we can check if this dot, if my string ends with dot or not. So you can see true here. So that is why we can use ends with. Like if we want to check any line, any end of line, any character, and so on. In that case, we can use ends with. Then we have find. Find for finding the element. For example, let's say I wanted to find, let's say name dot find. Now what you want to find, you have to put here. Let's say I want to find n from the name here. John is a name. So I want to find n from the name. So let's see. You can see it is giving me the index number of the n, which is 0, 1, 2, 3. So 3 is in index number, sorry, n is in index number 3. So find will return the index number of the element you are finding. So find will return the index number that we are finding. Let's say we are finding dot. If I run this one, you will notice fourth, because this dot is in fourth position. Let's say this is my string. Let's say John Derek. Now we can find even the entire word. Let's say John. We are finding John here. So if I run this one, you will notice 0. Because John is in place of 0. Because it is starting from 0. That is why we have 0 index here. Okay, so we can use find to find any particular string. After find, we have this format. Okay, now it is again formatting string. Now how this format works, let's say we have any string underscore. So let's say we can take any particular string. Let's say for only dollars. This is my string. Okay, now here let's say I want to put something, let's say price of dot to f like this. And here I can print test, which is string underscore 1 dot format. And here we can put the formatting string. Let's say the price will be equal, let's say 49, like this one. If I run this, you will notice this one, which is for only $49.00. So here you can see this is another way of formatting the string. Previously, we had discussed multiple ways. First way of formatting was this one. Okay, that we have seen. This is another way of formatting where we are putting, let's say for only. This is the string I wanted to print. For only price. Now price is a parameter here. Okay, and here we are providing price dot 2f. 2f is a decimal position of two numbers. So here you can see double zero. Double zero is because of 2 here. We are saying that 2 decimal points. If I put here is 3 or 5, let's say, so you will see 50 here. If I run this one, you will see 50. So this 5f is mainly for 5 decimal places. Like put 5 zeros after the point. Okay. Then we have this dollars here, which will be printed as it is. Now when we run this one, str.format, price equal 44. So this price 49 will replace here with 0.5 zeros. You can see 49 with 0.5 zeros. So this is another way of formatting. Let's say we have this one, str underscore second. Let's say the favorite. Here you can see, let's say FIREWALL fruit. And here we can say, sorry, we can put FIREWALL to favorite fruit is, and here we can put fruit here as a name here. Now we can simply print str second dot format. We can put dot format. And here we can put, let's say, fruit equal, let's say, grapes, like this one. Okay, we have to put in a string. So if I run this one, you will notice the fair fruit is grapes, like this one. The favorite fruit is grapes. So this is another way of like formatting. Here we are providing the test we wanted to print with the fill in the blanks. And here we are providing the value of this fruit wherever we are printing the string. So it is another way of for formatting. It's your choice. If you want to use, you can use it. I just wanted to show you. Okay. That. Then next we have this index. Now what is this index? It will search for the string. Let's say we have this name equal, or let's say we have this string underscore one equal Python is a programming language. Okay. Now let's say I wanted to find something which is using index. So I will use print string underscore one dot index. And here I wanted to know the index number of any particular element here. Let's say I want to know the index number of S here. This S. So I will put S here and I will run this. So you can see the index number of S is 8 here. So this is for finding again any particular element. So find and index are almost same. In the find, we are putting the word or the character we wanted to find. Same as in the index here, we are putting a word or a character we wanted to find. They will both return the index number. Let's say I want the index number of A. So I can run this one A. You can see the index number of A is 10, which is this one. Okay. Let's say we are second A. Let's say I wanted to know the index number of this A because we have two A here, first A and second A here. So let's say I wanted to know the index number of this A. So I can put an index number like this. I can put a value here that please start searching after this value. Let's say 11 because 10 is this A. So I want to search after 11 because if I search starting from the starting, so this will print the value of this A. But the value of this A is 10 here because of I know here. Now, what I can do, I can start searching after this particular A, which is 11. So if I run this one, you will notice index number 17, which is this value, index number of this value here. For example, let's say we have this Python. Let's say I'm searching for the Python here, this Python. So if I run this one, you will notice 0 here because the index number of Python P is 0. So the Python is starting from 0. That is okay. Let's say I have another Python in my string. Now I wanted to search the second Python here. So if I run again, it will show me the first Python only. So what I can do, I can start searching from 5 value, from fifth number, because the length of Python is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So start searching after 5, like from here, from here. We start searching from here. Because if we start searching from the beginning, this Python will be printed. So, but we want this Python to be searched. So that is why we are putting an index number here. So if I run this one, you will notice Python here, 33. So this is the 33 value, this P here. So this is how you can search for any second element present in your string. Okay, same as you can do in the find here. In the find also, you can do like this one. Let's say we have this John here. Okay, in the name here. Let's say we have another John, like this one. Now I wanted to search this John, not this John. So here we can put value here. Let's say start searching from fifth element. So this will give me this value of John, not the first value of John. Okay, so you can put like this one. Then if you want to search any other element, which is the same as the previous element, then you can put the index number. Okay, that starts searching from the fifth element, from here. So it will start searching from here, not from the starting. Is it clear? Any questions?
Yes, clear, teacher.
Okay. Then we have this one, which is num. So here we are checking if any string is alphanumeric or not, which means contains number and character or not, like alphabets or not. So let's say we just print str1 underscore 1 dot is num. So here we are checking if this string, this one, is alphanumeric or not. If I run this one, you will notice false here, because here we are checking if my string contains numbers and alphabets. But here you can see we have only alphabets here, not numbers. But if I put numbers here like this one, now it contains numbers also and alphabets also. Now this will return true here. Okay, again false. Is alpha no? Maybe this. Hmm. Strange. So let's run again. So this will return false because here we have all the alphabets. What if I add number here? Let's say let's create another string equal. Let's say Python 54. Now this contains number 54 and alphabets. So let's check. Here you can see true answer because this string contains alphabets and numbers. So this alphanumeric AL_num will check if your strings contain numbers as well as alphabets. If both are there, then only it will return true, otherwise false. Okay, so this is AL_num, which is alphanumeric. Then we have same as we have this is alpha. Is alpha only checks for alphabets. Okay, so for example, we have this print str1_1 dot is alpha. Okay, is alpha will check for only for the alphabets. So this will return false because in the string _1 we have numbers also and alphabets also. So you can see false here. But if I remove numbers from string _1, you can see this will return true here because now in my string I have only alphabets. You can see true here because here I have only alphabets in this string. So is alpha will check for the alphabets. Same as where this is ASCII. This is for checking if the string is in the format of ASCII, ASCII code or not. So it will return false, sorry, true here because this is in the format of ASCII. Okay. ASCII is like an encoding. Okay, so it will return true here because this is in the format of ASCII. Then we have same as we have like is digit here, which is digit. This will check for if your string contains digit or not. Let's say we have this string _1 equal. Let's say we have 34. Now this is a digit here. Okay. So if I run this one, you will notice true here. True here. So this will check for only for the numbers. If your string contains numbers or not. Okay, so they are like all common ones. Is digit check for the numbers? Is ASCII check for the ASCII encoding? Is alpha check for the alphabets? Then here, after this one, we have is lower. It will check for if your string is in lowercase or not. Okay, for example, we have the string _1. Let's say Python. Python is in lowercase. Okay, like small case. So this will return true here. True. Let's say this Python is in uppercase. Python is uppercase. So this will return false because this is in uppercase. False. But if I put here is upper, so this will return true here. So we have is lower for checking if the string is in lowercase and is upper for checking if the string is in uppercase. You can see it will return true here because Python is in uppercase. So we have is lower and then we have is upper. So they are like same only for checking if your string is in uppercase or lowercase or not. Then we have is numeric also for checking if your string is in numeric or not, which is numeric. It is same as is digit for checking if the string _1, let's say, equal, we have numbers here, some numbers. Now we can check print if str_1 dot is numeric or not. This one. So this will return true because my string is contains numbers. So it will return true here. Is numeric. Okay, so they are like, you can see they are like all common. Apart from is numeric, we have also like is space. We have is title. We have is upper. Okay, so this is space will check if your string contains space or not. For example, if I check for print str_1 dot is space like this one. So here we are checking if the string contains space or not, which will return false here because my string contains number. If I put a space here like this one, so this will return again false because we are checking only for the space. If I remove everything and now here we have space only in my string_1. So if I run, it will return true here because now my string contains only space. You can see here. Same as we are checking for the title here. If your string is in the title case or not. For this title case, first letter is capital and rest are small case. So this is title case. So we can put here title A. So this will return true here because this is in title case. What is title case? What first letter is in capital letter and rest are small case. Okay, so you can see these are all common ones and these are easy to use. So whenever you are checking for any specific condition, anything, then you can use these particular methods. Then we have join. Like we can join the strings. For example, let's say we have a tuple, okay, or a list. Let's say in the tuple we have some fruits. Okay, we have this tuple. Now you wanted to join this tuple, okay, in the form of a one string because you can see it is a tuple here. So what we can do, we can simply join this. So we can see print and now from which character you wanted to join. So first we can use this comma. Okay. We wanted to join using this comma dot join and which string we wanted to join tuple_1. So now you can see this will convert this whole tuple which convert into a single string. If I run this one, you will notice apples, grapes, and cherry. This is a one string. Okay, not a different string. It is a one string. And we are joining with the help of this comma here. This comma. So you can join a whole list into a single string, a whole tuple into a single string using join. Join is very helpful. We will see in later sessions why it is useful in many scenarios. Okay. Is it clear this much?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Then we have, let's say, replace. Replace for replacing the characters. Let's say we have string_1. Let's say we have this one. Python is a programming language. Let's say. Now let's say I wanted to convert this Python into any other language. Like Python, I wanted to just replace this Python with any other word. So I can use here print str_1 dot replace. Okay, now here we have to put what we wanted to replace. I wanted to replace Python. Now from which character or from which word we wanted to replace? Let's say I wanted to replace with C++. So we will have C++ is a programming language. You can see C++ is a programming language. Instead of Python, we are having this C++ is a programming language. Okay, that is replace. So you can also replace a character. You can also replace a whole string or you can also replace a single word. Then we have starts with, it is same as ends with. We can check if my string is starting with any character or not. For example, we have this string_1. Python is a programming language. So now we can check print str_1 dot starts with. It is same as ends with. But here we are checking with the starting. Let's say I'm checking if my string is starting with P or not. So it is starting with a P, so it will be written true here. Let's say true here. If I put here, let's say any other string B here. So this will return false because my string is starting with P, not with B. False here. We can also check if my string is starting with a Python or not. So it will return true here because my string is starting with a Python. Okay, again, it is a kind of easy. Then we have swap case. Swap case is mainly for converting your small case into uppercase and uppercase into small case. For example, we have this print string_1 swap case. Now, this is my string. Now, this is all in lowercase. So now swap case will convert lowercase into uppercase. You can see this is now in uppercase. So it is like swapping the cases. Like if your string is in uppercase, convert in lowercase. If your string is in lowercase, it will convert into uppercase. So it is like a swapping your cases. Okay, then that's enough, I think. So we have discussed many methods and many functions in strings. These are like important ones which you are going to use frequently. Apart from
Mhm.
this, we have many other like functions and methods, like innumerable functions and methods. For example, if you search for the strings methods, here we have this methods and functions in Python. And here you can check out the official documentation of Python, which is this one. So here you will notice there are many features and many functions. You can see many features. Here this is string is something. Okay, we have this one iteration, nest, generator, and so on. You can see many features, many functions in Python. So that is why we cannot discuss everything because that is again not useful for discussing. We have discussed is the most useful functions and methods which we are going to use frequently in the later sessions, like while solving any question or while performing any operation.
Mhm.
Okay, is it clear?
Yes, very clear, teacher.
Now we can come to the list. Now, what a list? What is list?
Yeah, this. Yeah, yeah, like a list of numbers.
Yeah. So basically, list is the data type which is enclosed inside square
Mhm.
brackets, right? List is mutable or immutable.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, list is mutable or immutable.
Both. I think both. Teacher. Yes.
No, set is
I
both.
and
List is
no, no.
mutable.
It's a unmutable. No, unmutable.
Yeah, list is mutable, not immutable. Okay.
Oh, mutable.
Yeah, which means we can change the elements of the list. We can add elements from the list. Sorry, in the list, and we can remove elements from the list. So that is like the meaning of mutable. So list is
Mm-hmm.
like allow the duplicates value. It is in the order nature. So we can perform some operations. We have some methods and functions with a list. So let's say, let's create a list of anything. Let's say it contains some strings. It contains some numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my list. This is one way of creating a list. What is another way of creating a list? We can use a list constructor, which is list. And here we can put elements. Okay, any elements. So this is another way of creating a list. So we can follow both ways, but this is the most common way of creating a list by using square brackets. So we will want going to use this way. Okay, now what kind of operations we can perform with the help of list? So first we can start by using len function. Okay, now what is length? Print length of list_1. So this will tell us the length of your list, which is how many elements are there in the list. So how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 elements are there. So it will show the length of the list. You can see 7 elements. Okay, so this is list. So this will tell us how many elements are there in the list, like count of each element. Then we have accessing items. How we can access items from the list, which is we can use indexing. Okay, again we can use, let's say, print list underscore 10. So this is indexing works here as well. So here how the indexing works. So this is one element. This is second element. This is third element. This is fourth element and so on. So indexing starts from 0. So apple is a 0th element. 1 is in grapes, 2 is in 1, 3 is in 2 and so on. So here you can see, we can say, let's say we have another element at cherry. Now 0th is apple because 0 is the first element and indexing start from 0. Grapes is second element, which is 1. Cherry is third element, which is cherry is second element, which is second index. So if I run this one, just I wanted to fetch the first element from the list underscore 1, which is apple here. So I will put 0 here. 0 is as an index number. So you can see we have apple here because 0 is the first element. Same as we have 1 here. So 1 is like second element, which is grapes here. Let's say we can put here fifth element. Now what is the fifth element here? 3. 3 is the fifth element of the list. So it is same as string only. We are just accessing elements on the basis of index number. Same as we can perform the slicing. We can also perform negative indexing here, -1. Okay. So -1 means fifth element, which is in the reverse order. So in the reverse, indexing start from -1. So if I run this one, you will notice 5. Okay, which is last element, -1. -2 is 4, -3 is 3, -4 is 2, and so on. Okay, let's say I wanted to fetch minus fifth element. So if I run this one, you will notice 1 here. So 1 is minus fifth index. So we have this positive indexing start from left to right, and negative indexing start from the reverse, from the backward side. Okay, from right to left. Now we are slicing again. It is same as string only, slicing like fetch some part from the list. Let's say if we have this list underscore 1, I wanted to fetch apple, grapes, and cherry. So I will start from 0 to 0, 1 to 3. 3 here. 0 to 3 means 0 to 2. So this will give me apple, grapes, and cherry. You can notice apple, grapes, and cherry. So again, we are slicing here. It is same as strings only. Let's say I wanted to fetch apple, grapes, cherry, 1, 2, 3. So we can count. Cherry is 3. Sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to put 6 here. So this will print apple, grapes, cherry, 1, 2, 3. Like this. Apple, grapes, cherry, 1, 2, 3. So this is slicing. Same as here, we can use a step argument here, 1. One step argument means no skipping. There's no skipping here. You can notice no skipping. But if I put 2 here, which means one value skip, which will we have apple, we will have cherry, we will have 2, and that's it. We have apple, cherry, and 2. Because apple, then we are skipping one value, grapes will skip, cherry, one value will skip, and then we have 2 here. So this is how skipping works. Okay, like step argument. Same as we can do slicing in the reverse order. Can use print list underscore 1. Let's say I want slicing from -1 to everything. Okay, I want starting from -1, which is from 5, and I want everything. So that is why I'm not putting any ending argument here. So if I run this one, you will notice 5 here. Let's say we can put -5 to -1 to -6 here. So now you will notice everything here. Okay. I think this, sorry, -6 to -1. So you can notice cherry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because -6 is cherry, -7, -5 is 1, -4 is 2, and so on. And -1 is 5. So we are just slicing from cherry to up to 5 here. Okay, then we can, let's say, I wanted to slice from starting from apple to cherry, or from apple to 2 here. So I will count from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 5. So I will start from 0. So here I can put 5 here, because now I'm starting from the 0. So it is not compulsory to put 0 here. You can put or you cannot. It is not compulsory. So you can see it is starting from apple up to 2 here, which is fourth element. Okay, because 5, 0 to 5 means 0 to 4. Okay, so this is how the slicing works. Same as we can print the string in reverse order by using print list underscore 1 -1. So this will print the string, sorry, this list in reverse order. You see 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cherry, grapes, apple. So this is in reverse order.
Wow.
Is it clear? Slicing?
Yes, clear. Yes, clear, teacher.
Okay. Now again here we can check for any element. Let's say check for the element. So we have this list underscore 1. I can bring it here. Now let's see if we can check print if apple in list underscore 1 or not. Apple is in list underscore 1 or not. So apple is there. So answer will be true here. True here. Because apple is in the list. Let's say if I put, let's say, simple A. Now A is not in the list because we have apple, not A, not single A. So this will return false here. So here you can see we are counting the word by word, not character by character. Because apple is a whole word here. Grapes is a whole word here. Cherry is a whole word here. One is a word, sorry, one is a number, two is a number. But we don't have any A as a single word here or a single element. So that is why answer is false here. Let's say we are checking for the 5. Now 5 in list or not? So answer is false. Can you tell me why answer is false here? 5 is there, but answer is false here. Why?
Wait, teacher. So you said this is for how come this one is false? Because we start from apple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Apple is 5. Apple is 5.
No, I'm saying that 5 in the list or not. 5 is there. We are checking if any element is in the present in the list or not. So 5 is present in the list. You can see 5 here. And here I'm checking for the 5 only. But it is giving me false. Why?
Because that's not a if it's a -5, a -1, yes, possible the 5. That's true. But if it's 5, yeah, it's false. There's no 5. 5 means from left to right counting. But if it's -1, yes, this is true for 5. Is it correct, teacher?
No. See, let me give you an example. We are checking for the apple. We are checking for the string, not for the index number. We are checking for
Okay.
apple. Apple is there or not? Apple is there. You can see true here. Let's say, let's check for the cherry. Cherry is also there. It will return true here. But if I am checking for the 5 element, matlab means 5. 5
Oh,
is there.
okay. I understand now, teacher. Because 5, it's not a string. This is he's looking the 5 for string, but in here, this is not a string. This is a number. This is an integer.
Very good.
Correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
very
Thank
good.
you.
So here, 5 is a string. I'm checking for the string, not for the number. But if I remove the string here, this will return false. Sorry, true here. Because 5 in the list. Now here we are checking for the number. So this will return true here. Right?
True. Yeah.
Because 5 is now a number.
Yes, teacher.
Then we can check, how we can change value, like change element, item value. So change elements. As I said, that strings are mutable in nature, which means we can change the elements of the string. Let's say I wanted to change cherry to any other element. Okay, so how can I change it? I will call my list underscore one, and here I will pass my list, my element number I wanted to change. So like index number 0, 1, 2. Index number of cherry is 2 here. So I will put 2 here. And then I will put the value I wanted to change. Let's say I wanted to change cherry from banana. Okay. Now if I run this one, if I print list underscore one, you will notice banana in place of cherry. This is why lists are immutable in nature. Like we can change the elements of the list. Okay, like after creating the list, we can change the element by using changing elements here. Okay, you can put the index number of value you wanted to change and your value that you wanted to change. For example, now I wanted to change value number one here. So value number one is 0, 1, 2, 3. And I wanted to change value number one to, let's say, value number, let's say, Python. So now this one will change into Python. We have apple, grapes, cherry, and Python. You can see apple, grapes, cherry, and Python. In place of one, we are having this Python here. So we can change elements by using this technique. We can even change the range of values. Here we are changing one element at a time. We can also change multiple elements at a time. So which is changing values, let's say multiple values at a time. Which means, let's say I wanted to change apple, grapes, cherry to any other character. Let's say here, I wanted to change apple, grapes, and cherry, which is 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. So I will go from 0 to 3 because 0 to 2. And I want to change apple to orange, grapes to banana, and cherry to mango. So if I remove print this one, you will notice. Let me print the list underscore one. So now instead of apple, grapes, cherry, you will see orange, banana, and mango. Because of here I put orange in place of apple, banana in place of grapes, in place of mango I put cherry. Okay, so here this is like slicing, or we can say changing elements with the help of slicing. Here we have put a range of elements I wanted to change and then equal number of elements I wanted to change. Okay, here I'm changing 3 elements. So that is why I have to put 3 elements here. Let's say here I wanted to change 4 elements. So 0 to 3, which means I'm changing 1 here as well. So here I have to put another element. Let's say 10 here. So now this will convert orange, banana, mango, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this one. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you can also change multiple values at a time or one value at a time. So this is how we can change elements.
Multiple. Okay.
Then we have how we can add elements. Let's say after creating the list, I want to add some elements, adding elements. Let's say I wanted to add some elements in the list. So there are like multiple ways of adding elements. First is insert element. So first we will use insert. Insert will insert any element. Let's say we want to add apple, sorry, let's say banana after apple here. So we can put banana after apple. So how we can put? We can simply use the name of our list, which is list underscore one dot insert. Okay, now insert here where you wanted to insert. I wanted to insert after apple. Apple is 0. The index number of apple is 0. So after 0, I wanted to insert. So after 0, we have 1. So at index number 1, I wanted to insert, let's say, banana. Okay, like this one. So if I print list underscore 1, you will notice apple, banana, grapes, and cherry. Okay, apple, banana, grapes, and cherry. So this means I am adding after this apple. This is apple is 0 and I am adding after apple, which is 1. So the index number is 1 here. Let's say I wanted to add after cherry. So what is the index number of cherry? 0, 1, 2. So I am adding
Mhm.
after cherry, which is after cherry means 2 here, which is 3 here. I have to put 3 here because the index number of cherry is 2 here. So I wanted to add after cherry, which is after 2, which is 3 here. So if I run this one, you will notice banana after cherry here. Okay, so this is one way of adding the items. Another way
Mhm.
of adding items is using append method. Append will always add your items at the end. Okay, at the end. In the insert, we are having some privilege to add elements in the middle. Like we can put an index number and we can add elements in the middle. But append will only add elements at the end. For example, I wanted to add orange. Okay, after 5 year. So here I will put list underscore one dot append orange. So you will notice orange at the end here. Orange at the end. Not in the middle, but at the end. So this is how we can add items. So append is like adding items always at the end, while insert is adding items in the middle. Like we have the privilege to add elements in the middle with the help of insert. But if you want to add elements in the last, at last, then you can use append here.
Okay.
Let's say I wanted to add 6 like this. So after 5, we will have 6. Okay, 5, 6.
Mhm.
So we can add as many elements as we want. It's our choice. So this is second way of adding elements. Third way of adding elements is using extend. So we can extend the list. Let's say we have this list here, list underscore 1. Now let's say I have another list here. Let's say list underscore 2 here. Let's say this list contains some few numbers 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I wanted to add this list inside this list. So in that case, I will use extend here, which is print. Here I will use list underscore 1 dot extend list underscore 2, which means I am extending list underscore 1, this list with the second list. So if I run this one, you will notice 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 at last of the list underscore 1. So
Mhm.
this is list underscore 1. And
Yeah.
here we are adding the list underscore 2 inside list underscore 1. You
Yeah.
can do the reverse also. You can also add list underscore 2 here and list underscore 1 here. Which means now we are adding list underscore 1 inside list underscore 2. If I run this one, you will see no change in the list underscore 1. But if I print here list underscore 2, you will see change. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the list underscore 2, and this is list underscore 1. Okay, this is list 1. So here we are adding list 1 inside list 2. So you can also do the reverse. Okay, so we will do list 1 and list 2 here. So you can also add list plus list together. So this is another way of adding the items in the list. Is it clear this much? Adding items?
Yes, teacher, very clear. Thank you.
Just a sec. Yeah. Now we have removing items. This is adding items. Now we can remove items. So let's say how we can remove elements from the list. So let me copy this list down here. Okay, so this is my list. Let's say I wanted to remove anything. Let's say I wanted to remove this grapes. So I will use list underscore 1 dot remove and the element I wanted to remove, that is grapes. Okay, so if I run print at list underscore one, you will notice grapes is no there. You can see apple, cherry, no grapes. Okay, because we have removed grapes from the list underscore one. So this is one way of removing. Second way you can remove using the index number. You can use remove, and here you can put index number of the element you wanted to remove. Let's say I wanted to remove cherry. So what is the index number of cherry? 0, 1, 2. So I will put 2 here. So this is removing using index number. So here you will see cherry will be removed. You can see apple, grapes, cherry. Is something wrong? Sorry, we have this 2 here. 2 is removed from the list. 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you can notice 2 is removed because we have put 2 here. So we cannot use index number here in the remove, but we can use index number in the form. Okay, so in the index number, like in the list, we can use elements we wanted to remove, like the name of the elements we wanted to remove. But in the pop, we can use index number. Let's say I wanted to remove cherry. So I will use here list underscore one dot pop and the index number you wanted to remove. Let's say 3 here. Sorry, 2 here. 2 is cherry. Okay, now I wanted to remove cherry with the help of this index number, pop here. So if I run this, you will notice there's no cherry here. Apple, grapes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can use pop for removing the elements on the basis of index number. Let's say if you're not putting any index number here. Now we have no index number here. So if you are not putting any index number, the pop method will remove the last element automatically. So if I run this one, you will notice apple, grapes, cherry, 1, 2, 3, 4, not 5. Okay, so by default, this pop will remove last element. But if you put any index number inside pop, then it will remove that elements on that index number, which is cherry. Okay, you can see cherry has been removed. So if you are not putting any index number in the pop, this will remove the last element. But if you are putting any index number, so this will remove the index number. So remove the element on the basis of index number. Okay, so this is pop. So this is second way of removing. Third way of removing we have, which is del, which is deleting your list, your entire list. For example, let's say we have this list here. So we can simply use del list underscore one. Okay, so if I run this one, this will throw me error because we are printing list underscore one, but we have removed list underscore one. So now this will throw me the error because list underscore one has been removed here because of this del keyword. We have completely delete the list underscore one, and we are trying to print the list underscore one which is deleted already. So this will throw the error. Okay, so this is another way. Next way we have clear the list. Like if you want to empty the list, you can use clear.
Mhm.
So here you can use list underscore one dot clear. So this will clear your list. Like all these elements will be removed from the list. So now this will be your empty list. If I run this one, you will notice a empty list. Okay, no elements inside a list. So clear will just empty your list. Del will just completely remove your list, like even the list. And pop will remove your elements on the basis of index number. Remove will remove elements on the basis of name of your elements. Is it clear, the difference?
Yes, teacher, clear.
Okay. So this is all about removing. Now, we have some other like methods in the list. Let's say you wanted to sort list. Okay, sort the list. So for now, I'm just removing these numbers. Sort list in the on the basis of alphabet. So here you can use sorting the list. So here we can use print list underscore one dot sort. So this will sort your list on the basis of alphabetic order. Like apple, A is coming first, then C is coming second because A, B, C, and then G at last, which is apple, cherry, and grapes. You will notice. No, I think you have to remove this one. There's some error on this. Sorry, we cannot print directly. We have to print in the next line. Here. List underscore like this. So you will notice apple, cherry, and grapes. So these are in alphabet order. If I put here banana, let's say,
Mhm.
so you will notice apple, banana, cherry, A, B, C, and then grapes. Okay, apple, A, B for banana, and C for cherry, and G for grapes. Okay, so these are in alphabetic order. Let's say you wanted to sort any number list. For example, let's say we have this list underscore second. Let's say we have this list of numbers. Some numbers, let's say. Now we can sort this list on the basis of ascending order. So we can put list underscore second here, list underscore second. So you will see this will arrange in ascending order. 3, 3, 5, 37, 87. So these are in ascending order. Let's say you want to arrange in descending order. So in this case, you can put here reverse equal 2. So this will arrange in descending order, like in reverse order, descending. So you can see 87 is coming first, 37, 5, 3, 3. So this is in descending order. Same as you can do with the list underscore 1. If you want to arrange in descending order, you can put reverse equal true. If you want to arrange in ascending order, you can just remove this line. Because by default, sort will arrange your list in the ascending order. But you want to put in the descending, you can put reverse equal true. So this will arrange in reverse, which means descending order. Okay. Then we have, this is sorting. We can also reverse the list. Reverse like completely reversing the list, which is banana, cherry, grapes, apple. Okay, not arranging or descending, arranging or like arranging it ascending or descending. It is like reversing your list. So the banana will come first, cherry, grapes, and apple. So if I run this, you will notice we can print the list underscore 1. So you will notice banana, cherry, grapes, and apple. It is in reverse order. Banana, cherry, grapes, and apple. Okay. So this is reversing. You can also reverse your list. Then we have copy a list. How we can copy two lists together. Let's say we have this, let's copy this list here now. This is list underscore 1. Now let's say I wanted to copy this list underscore 1 in any other variable. So I can use list underscore 2 dot copy list underscore. And here we have to put equal sign. There's some error, let's say. Maybe copy this. Yeah. So now we are copy the list underscore 1 inside list underscore 2. So the list underscore 1 and list underscore 2 are same only. If I put here list underscore 2, you will see the same contents. Okay, you can see apple, grapes, cherry, banana in the list underscore 2. Now while we are copy the list, let's say we want to perform some operation and we don't want to touch the original list. Then we can copy the list. Now the changes you will make in the list underscore 2 will not affect the changes in the list underscore 1. That is why we use copy. Okay, let's say you don't want to touch the original list. So you can copy your list in another variable and then you can perform some operations. So the operations performed in list underscore second will not affect the list underscore 1. Okay, this is how we can copy. Then we have joined the list. So we can extend or we can join the list. For example, we have this list underscore 1. Okay, so what we can do, let's say we have this list underscore one, we can move forward now. We can take list underscore two here. Let's say in the list underscore two, we have some elements. Let's see some numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So here I can use list underscore 1 plus list underscore second. And here I'm assigning list underscore 1 and 2 in the list underscore 3. Okay, now here we can print list underscore 3. So this is how we can join list underscore 1 and list underscore 2. And then we can print here. You can see apple, grapes, cherry, banana, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is another way of joining the list. Okay, we can also use extend or we can also use this mechanism for joining the list. Okay, this is join and previously we had discussed extend. So you can also use extend or you can also use join for joining the list. Is it clear this much?
Yes, teacher, very clear.
Okay, so these are the methods and functions in the list. These are the most important ones. Okay, like let's take a recap. How we can create a list. This is len function for counting the number of elements within the list. Access item, like accessing the items on the basis of index number, which is indexing here. This is slicing here. This is checking for the element if any element present in the list or not. Then this is changing element. So this is one way of changing element. We can also change multiple elements at a time. This is adding elements. We can use insert, we can use append, or we can use extend. These three methods we can use for adding elements. Removing elements, we can use remove, we can use pop, we can use delete, and we can use clear for removing elements. This is for sorting your list in alphabetic order or in ascending or descending. If you want to sorting descending order, you can use reverse equal to. Then we can reverse the list like reverse the list, the elements of the list. This is for copy and this is for join. Okay, so we are done with the list functions and methods. Any questions up to here?
No, teacher.
Then we have tuples. Okay, now what are tuples?
Pause. You can join the string and integer, right?
So, tuples are like it is another data type and it is enclosed inside round brackets, parentheses. So
All
tuples
right.
can also store multiple values. Like it can be string, it can be numbers, it can be anything. The difference in the list and tuples is list are inside square bracket, tuples are inside round
Or
brackets. Lists are
round bracket.
mutable in nature, tuples are immutable in nature. Okay. Like we cannot make changes in the tuple because it is immutable in nature. Okay. So tuples can also allow duplicates value, their order in nature. So now what kind of operations, what kind of methods and functions we have with the tuples? So this is one way of creating a tuple. Second way of creating a tuple is using tuple constructor here. Okay, this is another way of creating a tuple. Tuple 1 and tuple second. So this is one way and this is second way. Let's say you wanted to create a tuple with one element. Then you can use tuple 3. Let's say you wanted to create a tuple with one element. So you can use, let's say apple is a one element. Apple and put comma. So this is compulsory. This is a one element tuple. Apple and put a comma here. Comma is compulsory here. If you remove comma, this is no longer a list. But if you add comma here, this is a tuple. Okay. If you remove comma, this is no longer a tuple. But if you add comma here, so this is a tuple with one element. So this is how you can create tuple with one element. So this is second way of creating a tuple, and this is first way. So we will going to use the first way of creating a tuple. Okay, which is like the most used. So again, what kind of operations we can use with the tuples? We can perform with the tuple. So let's just start with the length. We can check the length of the tuple by using length here, which is print the length of the tuple. So what is the length of the tuple? Like how many elements are there? 8 elements. Sorry, 9 elements. Okay, we have this 5 elements, then 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 elements in the tuple. Okay, so we have put print length of tuple underscore 1. Then we can perform here indexing, which is accessing items. How we can access items? With the help of indexing. So let's say I want you to access apple here. So I will put 0 here. It is same as list here. So if I run this one, you will notice apple here. If let's say you can put any index number here, 5. Let's say I want you to access 1 or 2 here. So the index number of 2 is 5. So this is how we can access. Same as here, we can perform slicing. We can use print tuple underscore 1. Let's say I wanted to slice apple, grapes, cherry, and banana. So I will put from 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if I run this one, you will notice apple, grapes, cherry, and banana. So this is tuple. Like this is how we can slice. So slicing, indexing, and length, these are same as list only. We can slice in the negative number. We can use negative slicing as well. So it is same as list only. Okay. Then we can again check if any elements present in the list or not by using check elements. We can check if any elements present in the tuple on. For example, this is my tuple. And here I'm checking if apple is present in the tuple or not. So we can check if print apple in tuple or not. So this will return true because apple is there in the tuple. Okay, true. We can check for the apples. This will return false because apple is there, but apples is not there. So this will return false. Okay, so we can check for any element if any element is present in the tuple or not. So as you can see, these are like all same as, list functions. Then we have how we can update tuples. Update means how we can add elements, how we can remove elements, how we can change elements. As I said, tuples are immutable in nature. Okay, so tuples are immutable in nature, which means we cannot add elements, we cannot remove elements, and we cannot change elements in the tuple. Okay, so tuples are immutable in nature. So what we can do, let's say you wanted to change cherry from any other element. So how do you change it? Because tuples are immutable. If I show you, let's say tuple underscore 1. Let's say I wanted to change cherry. So what is the index number of cherry? 0, 1, 2. Let's say 2. And I wanted to change cherry to any other element. Let's say mango. Okay, if I run this one, if I print tuple underscore 1, so this will throw the error. If I run this one, this will throw the error. You can see tuple object does not support item assignment, which means item assignments are not allowed in the tuple, which means we cannot change the tuple here. Okay, like we cannot change the elements of the tuple because tuples are
Unmutable.
immutable in nature. Yeah, exactly. So what we can do in that case, let's say I wanted to change anyhow. So what we can do, we have one method here. We can change tuple into list first and change the element because lists are mutable in nature. Change it and then convert back into tuples. We can follow this approach. What we can do, we can change the tuple into list first. We can make changes and then we can convert back into tuple. For example, Let's say now I wanted to convert my tuple into list. So I will use list underscore one, and I will use a list. And here I want to change tuple underscore one. Okay. Now I can make changes in the list. Let's say here I can make changes list underscore one. So now I'm changing cherry to mango. Okay. So this is how I make the changes. Now after making the changes, I can convert back my list into tuple, which is again tuple underscore one equal tuple here and then list underscore one. Now you will notice in the tuple underscore one, we have apple, grapes, mango. Okay. Apple, grapes, mango, and banana. So this is instead of cherry, we are having mango here. So this is how we can change the elements from the tuple. Okay. So this is only the one mechanism. This is how we can add elements. This is how we can remove elements. And this is how we can change elements. There's no other way of adding elements or removing elements or changing elements in the tuple. First, we have to convert the tuple into the list, which is we have done here. Then we can make the changes here. And then we convert back the list into tuple. And then we are printing the tuple. So this is only the way we can make changes. Otherwise, there's no other way of making changes. Okay. Same as we can do with the removing or adding the items. Let's say this one mechanism. Let me show you. Let's say I wanted to add elements. Okay, so let's say we have this tuple here. So for now, I'm removing all this. Let's say I have this tuple here. So let's bring it down here. Okay. And let's say I have another tuple underscore second. And we have this element here. Let's say orange, comma. Okay. So now what we can do is we can make changes in the tuple underscore one plus equal tuple underscore second. If I run this one, you can see orange has been added here. Now how this is happening? Tuples are immutable in nature. Okay, right? Tuples are immutable in nature and we are making the changes in the tuple. How is it possible? So here you can see we are not making the changes in the original tuple. Okay, we are not making the changes. We have this tuple underscore one and then we have this tuple underscore two containing one item. Now what we are doing, we are just temporarily adding the items, not permanently. Okay, not permanently we are adding tuple underscore one and we are adding the tuple underscore two, which is orange here. And then we are printing tuple underscore one. This is orange here. So this is not adding the items permanently. It is just adding the items temporarily. That we can do. Okay, so this is another way of adding tuple to tuple. Like you can add tuples and tuples together temporarily, not permanently. Okay. Is it clear? Like the difference?
Yes, teacher. Clear.
Then we have removing items. Let's say I wanted to remove any elements from the tuple. Again, I cannot because tuples are immutable in nature. So what I can do? I can convert my tuple into a list first. So here I will use list underscore one equal. I will convert my list. Sorry, I will convert my tuple into a list. Now let's say I wanted to remove banana. So I will use list underscore one. Okay, and dot remove. I wanted to remove banana here. After removing banana, I can convert my list back into tuple. And then I can print my tuple underscore one. So if I run this one, you will notice banana has been removed from the tuple. So we have to use like this mechanism only, converting a tuple into the list and converting the list back into tuple. Then only we can change it. Otherwise, we cannot. Is it clear? This much?
Yes. Yes, teacher.
Okay. Same as we can add items, we can remove items. Then we have unpacking a tuple. Like how we can unpack the tuples. Let's say we have the same tuple here. Okay. For now, let's take a small tuple. Let me remove these elements. Okay, so this is a tuple here. So now what we can do, we can unpack this tuple. How we can unpack? We have to add the equal number of elements here. For example, we have this apple, grapes, cherry, banana. So we can put A, B, C, D, tuple underscore 1, which means A will assign to apple, grapes will assign to B, C will assign to cherry, and banana will assign to D here. Okay, if I print here A, B, C, D, you will notice apple to A. Okay. Here we have this B here. If I run this one, you will notice apple and grapes. Apple to A and B to grapes. So this is known as unpacking. So we have this apple, grapes, cherry, banana, and we are unpacking a tuple. Means we are assigning each elements to a specific variable. Apple goes to A, grapes will goes to B, cherry will C, and banana will D. Okay, so we have to add equal number of elements, equal number of variables to the equal number of elements. Let's say we have another element here. Let's say mango here. So if I run this one, you will see an error here, which is too many values to unpack because we have 5 values here, but we are providing 4 values here. So again, we have to add one more variable, which is E here. Now this will work. So if I print here E, you will see, notice mango. Okay, apple, A and E mango. And B is grape, C is cherry, D is banana, and E is mango. This is known as unpacking a tuple. Is it clear? This one more way of unpacking. Let's say this is one way. Let's say I wanted to have 2 variables. Let's say apple and grapes. Let's say I have A and B. And we are assigning A and B to the tuple underscore 1. Which means apple will goes to A, banana will goes to B. If I print here A, again you will see an error here because we have 5 elements here, 5 elements, and I'm giving 2 elements only. So this will obviously give the error. So what I can do, I can add another element C, and now what I want apple to go in A, grapes to go in B, and cherry, banana, mango will go all in one variable C. So here I can put a asterisk sign. Okay, now if I print here B, and if I print here C, so which means A in the apple, grapes in the B, and rest of the elements in the C because of this asterisk sign here. So I'm saying that put A in the apple, B in the grapes, and rest of the elements remaining in the C. If I run this one, you will notice apple, grapes in the A, B, and cherry, banana, mango in C here. Okay, so this is how we can perform unpacking a tuple. Is it clear?
Clear, teacher. Yes.
Then we can add tuples. Let's say we have this add and multiply. For example, we have tuple underscore 1. Let's see, we have some elements here 1, 2, 3. Let's see, we have tuple underscore. Second, we have some elements 4, 5, 6. So we can create tuple underscore 3 equal tuple underscore 1 plus tuple underscore 2 here. If I print tuple underscore 3 here. So you will notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is adding a tuple. We are adding the tuples together. And what is multiplied? Let's say we are printing tuple underscore 1 multiply by 3. Okay, so if I run this one, you will notice 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 times from the tuple underscore 1. We are using tuple underscore 1 multiply by 3. So we are multiplying each elements of the tuple 3 times, which is you can see 1, 2, 3, 1 time, 1, 2, 3, 1 time, second time, 1, 2, 3, third time. So this is multiply. So we can also multiply the tuples. Okay, then last we have some count or index method in the tuple, which is we have this count method. we can count how many elements are present in the tuple. So we have this tuple underscore 1 dot count. Let's say I wanted to count how many 3 are present in my tuple underscore 1. Let's say I have 3. It's 3, 4 times 3 times 4 times 3. And here I can print this statement. So I'm counting how many 3s are there inside my tuple. So we have 4 3s. You can see 4 3s here. So we can count how many elements are present in a tuple. Same as we can check for the index number of the tuple. We can print the tuple underscore 1 dot index. Let's say I wanted to know the index number of 1. This 1. So I will put here 1. So the index number of 1 is 0. You can see 0 here. Index number of 1 is 0 from this tuple. What is the index number of 2 here? Let's check 2. The index number of 2 is 1. Okay, now let's check the index number of 3. So we can check the index number of 3. So the index number of 3 is 2, which is this one. Now we have lots of 3 here. We have 3, 3, 3, 3. So again, we can put a value here from where you wanted to start counting. Let's say if we wanted to start counting from 3. So if I run this one, you will notice the index number of 3 is 3, which is 1, 2, 3. This is all done. Now we are in 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2 and this one. So here we are saying that please find the 3. Okay, please find the 3 and start counting from the third index. What is the third index? 0, 1, 2, 3. So we are started counting from here. So the index number of this 3 is 3 only. Let's say that we have another tuple here. In this tuple, we have 1, 2, 3. Let's say we have this some apple here. And let's say we have this apple here as well. Okay, now we are searching for the apple. Now this will print the index number of apple, first apple, which is 0 here. Okay, because we have 0 as 0 index, we have first apple. But I want to search for the second apple present in my tuple. So I will say to the tuple that please start your search after first index or after second index. Okay, so I wanted to start the search from the first index because the 0 index is my apple only. So I wanted to start my search from the first index. So which is first index. It will start searching from here, not from the beginning. It will start searching from here. So apple is 0, 1, 2, 4th element. You can see 4th element. So this is how indexing works. You can also mention from where you wanted to start searching if you have duplicates. Okay. Is it clear this much?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so I think we have done enough for today. Like we have discussed many functions, many methods of strings, list, and tuple. For now,
Yes,
what you can do, you can practice. Okay, I
yes,
will
teacher.
give some questions after this session. Okay, I will share on your mail ID. You have to practice those questions, try to solve those questions. And if you have any problem, then you can also ping me on WhatsApp. Like I have having this problem or this error, how to solve it. Okay, if you are
Okay.
stuck at some place. Because we
Yes,
have
thank you.
discussed many functions and it is not, if we proceed with a dictionary, so everything will be messed up. Okay, so I
Thank you
think it
very
is enough.
much, teacher.
Is there anything you wanted to ask?
No, thank you very much, teacher. So I will make a practice and then I'll let you know if I have encounter a problem or error message.
Yeah. So feel free to message and please practice on whatever we have discussed till now. Okay, because from
Yes,
the next session, things will become advanced. So you have to practice
advance.
up to here.
Yes, I will. Thank you very much, teacher.
Thank you. So I will share the
Okay.
recorded session and this file.
Yes,
Thank you.
I will. Thank you. Have a good day, teacher.
Thank you.
Bye bye.